It's the Inspirational Power Hour, and today we are talking to new recording artist. We got Jeremiah Hicks is with us today. How are you, sir?
Chandra, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for talking with us today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, thank you for the opportunity.
We are here talking about new music. We're excited to share it with our audience. And for anybody that may not be familiar with you, tell us how you got started in music and in ministry.
Absolutely. Well, it actually started from age 2. My parents saw that I was a lover of music. My dad's a pastor, my mom's the first lady. And they put me in the youth choir. And it's history from then on. I was about 13 or 14. I started leading the youth praise team, youth worship team. And then I started actually singing background here locally in the DMV area for Charles Butler and then Byron Cage, Jason Nelson, and then just a few more, Stephen Hurd. And then I eventually got the opportunity to do the Kingsman tour with Kirk Franklin and Israel and Pastor Donnie and Bishop Stapp. And I did that in 2012, and it's been just an amazing experience. I did background on Bobby Jones Gospel for maybe about 10 years. I would just get calls just to do background for different artists, and it's all just kind of just built me to where I am now, as I'm still learning and still a sponge now, releasing my new project, a worship heart. So that's just a little bit of what I've done. Of course, my church, New Home Baptist Church in Landover, Maryland, that's my foundation. I'm a minister of music there, worship leader, and that's been my foundation for everything that God has allowed me to experience in every open door opportunity.
So you mentioned some very influential names that you've worked with in the past. Has being a solo artist always been the goal?
Honestly, it has. It always has, because I've always felt like God had given me something to be able to share with the world, even though I've always treated everybody else's project, or if I was singing background for somebody, I've always treated it like it was my own baby. I've always wanted to just kind of just step out and just really be able to share my heart. Of course, at times I'm nervous. It's a scary thing at times, because it's such an awesome responsibility, and I'm so humbled to be able to do it. But I've kind of always known that I just wanted to just share my experience and the love that I've experienced with God to other people. So I'm just grateful for that opportunity now to be able to really step out and do that.
So you are here today promoting new music, the new single, Better. Tell us all about it.
It's called Better. The title of my CD is called A Worship Heart. And it's a project that we actually recorded February 2016, and it came out February the 14th of this year. And we kept it. We wanted to release it on Valentine's Day due to the title, A Worship Heart. And basically, a worship heart is it's not a perfect heart, because religion tries to say that you have to be perfect, but we'll never be perfect. But really, what a worship heart is, it's a heart that's striving to do the will of God, even with all of our imperfections and our flaws. God gives us grace and mercy, but He also He tells us to be holy, for I'm holy. And so there's an expectation from Him as well. And so worship heart is saying, God, you know what? Teach me how to do your will. Let me think like you. Let me think from a God perspective, and so that I can make it through life. Not just making it through, not just hanging in there, but God, I can be successful in this life. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm a peculiar people. I'm a holy nation, and so that's what I want to encourage people through this CD to become a worship heart. To say, God, what is it that you have? What is it that you have for me? I have my own fingerprints. They're not like anybody else's. So what have you called me to do, and what do you want me to say to the world? What do you want me to do even locally and where I am, where I live, my local church? So we released this CD, and the CD has 16 tracks on it, and it has different. It's basically praise and worship based, but we have a couple of songs I wrote in there called Motel. It's an upbeat song, and then we have a song called Selah, which Selah, in biblical terms, means to take a break or to pause, or a moment of meditation to think, so that we don't get stressed out with life and overwhelmed, that we can look at life from God's perspective and say, God, I'm not going to let what's going on around me kill me, but I'll take a breath inside of what I'm going through, and I'll rely on you for peace and for tranquility and serenity And so the project has a lot of different type of songs on it that you can kind of feel where I was in different places of my life. And I'm just excited just to now be able to share it with those who have an ear to hear it.
So who were some of the songwriters that you worked with, or did you do all the writing?
Yeah, I wrote a couple of songs. I wrote a song called Remembering Jesus, and of course, like I said, I wrote Motown. But Writer's Block Music Group, who is a production company here in Maryland, we all came together with the Writer's Block crew, and they just pretty much asked me, man, what do you want to say? And it was about 5 or 6 writers. One of my boys, Jarmon Davis, he's one of the writers on it. He writes for Marvin Sapp. He wrote Yes You Can, and he worked on Marvin Sapp's Christmas card project as well, producing and writing. Philip Bryant, Philip Hall. You may be familiar with Brittany Wright. Brittany Wright was one of the writers. She's part of the Writer's Block team. And Jimmy Johnson, who was my vocal director, he actually wrote my single Better. He was a part of the writing team as well. So it was about 5 or 6 of us, and we came together. And Forrest Hall, can't forget Forrest Hall, another great writer out of the Maryland area. We just all came together, and we just wrote this music together, and they just heard my heart, and now it's being expressed on radio, and of course through those who are willing to listen to it.
All right, again, guys, this is Jeremiah Hicks talking about brand new music, the single Better. Jeremiah, can you give everybody all of your social media info so they can follow you online?
Absolutely. You can find me everywhere on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, all at Jeremiah Hicks, JeremiahHicks. I also have a website. You can find me at www.jeremiahhicks.com. And yeah, that's where you can pretty much find me. And if you want to book me, I would love to come to your worship services, your events, your festival, your cantatas, whatever. And you can reach my manager, Latif James, at bookingjeremiahhicks@gmail.com.
All right, we're about to take a listen to the single, but before we do, Jeremiah, what is it that you want people to take away from your ministry?
Wow, I just want people to take away that getting into the presence of the Lord is not a difficult thing. I think sometimes we make religion so hard. And the first song that starts off is called Simply Praise. And I just want to encourage people just to get in God's presence, just to seek Him, and just to really, I want people to find comfort in when they hear the song, to find comfort in His presence, to find strength in His presence. We're living in really some difficult times where a lot of things are happening and people need hope. So I just want people to just take hope home with them, or put it in your ears, to say, wow, God is really real. And I want to know